World War II was a struggle of darkness and light, ending in 1945 after years of brutal fighting. The Allies, United States, Soviet Union, and Great Britain closed in on Germany, pushing through North Africa, Italy, and Normandy. The final battles raged in Berlin, leading to Germany's surrender in May 1945. But the war wasn't over. In the Pacific, the US and its allies fought Japan across islands and oceans. The campaign was long and costly, with staggering loss of life. Meanwhile, a race for a new weapon, the atomic bomb, was underway. In August 1945, the US dropped atomic bombs on Hiroshima and Nagasaki. The devastation forced Japan's surrender, ending World War II. The world exhaled, but everything had changed. Old European empires were weakened, and two superpowers, the US and Soviet Union, emerged, setting the stage for the Cold War. Borders were redrawn, and the United Nations was formed to prevent future wars. Science and technology leapt forward, but at a terrible cost. The war's memory is a warning of what happens when diplomacy fails. Yet, it also shows humanity's resilience to rebuild. This is our starting point. But what if things had gone differently? What if a single decision or battle had changed the outcome? The world we know was not inevitable. The choices made then shaped everything that followed. The end of World War II is the foundation of our modern world. But history is full of crossroads. Let's explore what might have been. Imagine if the war had ended another way. What would our world look like? History is a river with many branches shaped by pivotal moments. World War II was full of these turning points. What if we could glimpse a world where events unfolded differently? Exploring these what-ifs helps us understand our own world. We'll examine two alternate histories, one where the Axis powers win, and another where peace comes early in 1943. In the first, the world is divided by totalitarian empires. In the second, millions of lives are saved, but peace comes with its own complications. We'll look at new borders, technology, and the lives of ordinary people. Would science and freedom flourish, or would fear and control dominate? Join me as we open the door to these alternate realities. Let's see how different choices could have shaped everything. The echoes of history are never far away. Let's step into the world that might have been. Imagine a world where the Axis powers triumphed. Perhaps Germany invaded Britain, or the US stayed out, or Moscow fell in 1941. The result, a greater Germanic Reich stretching across Europe and deep into Russia. Paris, Warsaw, and Moscow are ruled by German governors. The swastika flies over the Eiffel Tower and Kremlin. In the east, Japan dominates Asia and the Pacific, controlling China, India, Australia, and even parts of North America. The world is carved into three spheres: the German Reich, the Japanese Empire, and a weakened, isolated United States. Italy controls the Mediterranean, but under Berlin's thumb. There's no United Nations, no global cooperation, only brutal competition and constant threat of war. Technology advances rapidly, but for control and war, not for people. Jet aircraft and rockets are common, but science is secret, guarded by the military. The atomic bomb exists, but as a tool of oppression. The free exchange of ideas is gone. Science serves the state, not humanity. The world is locked in fear, ruled by totalitarian empires. This is the nightmare of an Axis victory. Daily life in this world is defined by fear and obedience. In the German Reich, the state controls every aspect of life: thought, speech, and even family loyalty. Propaganda is everywhere. Dissent is crushed by secret police. Conquered peoples are enslaved. Resistance is rare and desperate. The dream of freedom is nearly extinguished. In the Japanese Empire, the emperor is worshipped. The military rules and local cultures are suppressed. Conquered nations are forced to adopt Japanese customs. Resources flow to Japan while others live in poverty. The individual exists only to serve the state. Even in the US, life is shaped by fear. Freedoms are curtailed and society is on constant alert. The vibrant, hopeful post-war America never emerges. Instead, the world is grim, divided, and always on the brink of conflict. The outcome of the war determined not just borders, but the fate of freedom itself. This alternate world is a warning. It shows what was truly at stake. Now imagine peace in 1943. German officers, seeing defeat ahead, remove Hitler and offer peace to the Allies. Germany withdraws from occupied territories, ending the war in Europe. The map changes. Germany is defeated but not destroyed, and Eastern Europe is free from both Nazis and Soviets. The Holocaust is halted, saving millions. Death camps are liberated sooner, and the world is shocked, but fewer lives are lost. The Iron Curtain never falls. The Cold War as we know it never begins. In the East, Japan might continue fighting, or seek peace after Germany's defeat. But questions remain. Would Germany's new government be stable? Would old hatreds resurface? Early peace saves lives, but could plant seeds for future conflict. In this world, millions survive who would have died. Cities like Dresden are spared, and Europe begins rebuilding sooner. The atomic bomb project might be abandoned, delaying the nuclear age. No Hiroshima, no Nagasaki, and no Cold War arms race. Technologies like jets and computers develop more slowly. The political map is unrecognizable. No Soviet-dominated Eastern Europe, and power is more balanced. The United Nations might form, but with a different purpose. For ordinary people, life is more stable, but the moral clarity of our history is missing. Germany is defeated, but not forced to confront its crimes as fully. The world is free from nuclear fear, but may never fully learn the war's hardest lessons. Alternate histories are mirrors, distorted but revealing. An Axis victory is a nightmare, showing the value of freedom and cooperation. An early peace saves lives, but leaves unresolved tensions. History rarely offers easy answers. True peace must address the roots of conflict, not just end the fighting. These what-ifs help us understand our own world's choices and sacrifices. Our present is built on the outcomes of World War II. The borders, technology, and ideas we live with are its legacy. By exploring alternate paths, we learn about the fragility of peace and the cost of freedom. The past echoes in our present and shapes our future. Wondering what if helps us hear those echoes. The river of history brought us here. Let's remember what was at stake and what still is.